Ugh. 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 Reapers, what's is good? It's your boy Laser. He's watching back with another scary reaction video. He's on the scary content, so continue to live. He has written the top 10 scary Sesame Street theories. Guys, that show is cursed. That was a movie, right? Or a show, I don't know. If you guys enjoy scary content, these more scary videos like features, please hit the like button. You subscribe to the notification bell icon. I stream every night on Twitch. Go check out the streams, fucking amazing. Let's dive straight into this video.
But honestly, those little puppets can be terrifying on their own. Like, remember that Elmo doll that—
Oh yeah, by the way, to anyone that's like new to my videos or like been watching me, I just want you guys to know that like I'm perfectly sane and fine. My videos are just for entertainment, because I know that there's I got in one question saying like, are you like, is your mental health like deteriorating? Bro, I'm perfectly fine, guys. It's all just for entertainment purposes. I figured I'd just say that just so I could clear up some confusion, because I think there's people that, I don't know, I feel like there's some people out there that could be worried for you. I don't fucking know, because the shit could fuck with your mental health, but I'm perfectly sane. I just wanted to get that out there.
literally told a child to kill himself? Yeah, because that was a thing. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what your favorite show was as a kid. Hey everyone, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10 and welcome to today's video. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary Sesame Street theories.
Here we go.
Now, Sesame Street is known worldwide. It has been airing since 1969 and has created some well-known puppet characters. Fun fact, there was even a random crossover episode of Sesame Street with Star Wars where C-3PO and R2-D2 came to visit. So random. Although Sesame Street may seem harmless, there are a bunch of theories that will make you think otherwise. Starting off at number 10, we have the hallucination. So when the show began, the character Snuffleupagus was a figment of Big Bird's imagination. Snuffleupagus, or Snuffy, is a weird mammoth-looking creature covered in shaggy brown hair. Now, only Big Bird was able to see Snuffy, and people classified him as having schizophrenia. But then, eventually—
Dude, what the fuck is this? Ugh. Ugh. Look at Barney, guys. Barney's looking very cute here. Barney. What the fuck are those, bro? Little bracelets?
Other characters on the show began to see him too. Well, people believe that all the members in this town are experiencing a mass hallucination. It's some sort of weird plague that just has spread around the town, and now everyone is delusional and can see Snuffy. Poor Snuffy, I bet he just like wants some friends. But honestly, the old version of Snuffy looks terrifying. Like, I think he's supposed to be a mammoth, but he definitely doesn't look like one. Moving on, at number 9, we have Mr. Noodle. And I don't mean like the packages of ramen noodles. So, Mr. Noodle is shown to live outside a window at Elmo's house. Now, why does he live there? Like, seriously, out of all the places, he's living in some weird realm close to headache-inducing Elmo. Well, turns out that Mr. Noodle is trapped in a version of hell. Elmo then forces him to do whatever he says, or else he'll face the consequences. But no matter what, Mr.
Dude, whenever I think of Elmo, bro, I just think of that fucking evil Elmo shit. That's one of my other videos. I just think of that evil Elmo shit, bro. I remember watching this video, bro. It has like the fucking Michael Myers theme, bro. And it just shows a bunch of fucking like scary ass pictures of Elmo being burned alive, like my ancestors. I'm the boy in the shape of Thomas.
Mr. Noodle will never escape, and he will spend eternity being tortured by Elmo. Mr. Noodle is not allowed to talk either. He just has to nod, wave, and do as he's told. Elmo makes him do things like dance and do tasks for his own personal entertainment. The tasks always end up with Mr. Noodle completely embarrassing himself, but Elmo loves it. Poor Mr. Noodle, he's stuck listening to Elmo's squeaky voice for eternity. In our 8th spot, we have the Count. Now, the Count is far from the Twilight heartthrob vampires. He's this creepy purple puppet that is constantly teaching children how to count. Why does he do that? Well, people believe that
Thanos. Fangs.
he tricks these kids into playing his counting game, and then afterwards he feasts on them. This is why we're constantly seeing new kids in each episode. Each kid falls for the same trap. They play with the Count thinking that he's friendly and funny, the next thing you know, they're his dinner. But the Count only likes to target young children. Why is that? Well, it's because kids are easier to fool. To ensure that he is not stopped, he put a spell
Feast upon my blood.
on all the adults. That way they can't save the kids. Moving on, at number 7, we have the entrance to Sesame Street. So this next theory states that Sesame Street is a real place that children can go. However, there's just one catch. Once you find the opening, you can no longer escape. So they say that the clue to finding Sesame Street is all in the opening theme song. So if you listen to the song lyrics, it starts with sunny days.
Wait, you said opening? Where's the opening near Anna Hall?
So in order to get there, it has to be sunny outside. Then the song says, while sweeping the clouds away. People think this means you have to carry a broom as identification to get in. Like, seriously, a broom? Continuing on, the song says, come and play. People think this means you need to be at a nearby playground. And then you have to say out loud, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Oscar will appear in a nearby trash can and you have to give him the secret password, which is...
Wait, don't say it. Guys, let me think of the secret password, alright. Let me rub my titty ball. I think the secret password is... I don't know if they got...
Everything's A-okay. Now, this seems all too elaborate, but if any of you try it and meet Big Bird, then let me know. Although, that may be hard because as soon as you enter, you can't exit. Coming up next at number 6, Sesame Street is based on a true story. What? How are these puppet creatures based on a true story? Well, let me explain. So each character in Sesame Street is said to be a person in real life. Oscar the Grouch is a homeless man. Bert and Ernie are typical roommate.
What you smoking on? You smoking on my hair's packs? Dude, I'm gonna be for real, like, I'm gonna be completely for real, like, I never liked Sesame Street. I just never could get into it, you know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers are smoking my pat. But I never could get into Sesame Street. I never liked that shit. I always thought it was boring.
Struggling to pay rent and get by. Cookie Monster is a drug addict.
Cookie Monster was like the only one I liked.
That constantly needs his fix. And lastly, Elmo is an orphan who only has a goldfish and crayons as his belongings. We are now at our halfway mark with Oscar the Hoarder. Now, it's quite unusual that Oscar the Grouch lives in a trash can. Well, turns out that he is a compulsive hoarder. This theory believes that Oscar once started off as just someone who would rummage through garbage and keep what he found. He would do this constantly and the amount of stuff in his apartment became overwhelming. He also never wanted to leave his home. He had a lot of financial issues from not being able to work and ended up being kicked out of his home. The only other place out there for him that gave him comfort was the garbage can, so that's where he decided to live. It's also a place for him to get more trash since people will throw it right to him. Now, fun fact, Oscar was originally orange. Hard to believe it, but...
Orange what? Orange? My shit be orange sometimes. That's healthy, right?
He was. So people theorize that he's still orange, but the color is hidden by layers of slime and dirt from him not washing. Coming in at number 4, we have Demon Elmo. Now, Elmo can be fairly annoying. His high-pitched voice and laugh can definitely get on people's nerves. Well, what if that's the point? People theorize that this creature is a demon. First off, he is red, the color associated with the death.
That big ass nose. That big ass nose. Oh, let me grab your nose. Oh, oh no, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding out. Help me, mama.
And secondly, he is targeted towards children. So he befriends young children, makes them feel safe, and then he harms and tortures them. Just like the thing with Mr. Noodle. He literally has trapped Mr. Noodle in a hell-like prison, making Elmo the devil. He tortures Mr. Noodle and other individuals constantly. The whole
Yeah, this is the evil Elmo shit I was talking about. I remember like watching a video years ago. It was like a whole slideshow, bro. And it just showed this exact picture like in one of the fucking slides. By the way, when they said torture, dude, can I have some, you know what torture I would want, bro? I want some fine ass bitch with some big ass thighs to just crush my skull in, bro. Just sit on me. That would be the dream, please.
Happy and child-friendly behavior is all just a persona. He actually has a much darker agenda. In our third spot, we have the drug problem. Now, people say that Sesame Street was once a really run-down and drug-infested area. The streets were dirty and tons of people had terrible drug addictions. Eventually, the streets were cleaned up. However, Oscar the Grouch was never able to move on from this. Oscar is said to be a huge drug addict. He lives in the garbage can with hopes that someone will discard a needle or anything that he can use to get his fix. Oscar was forced to just go cold turkey when the streets were cleaned up. That is why he may appear to have an attitude problem. It's because he is currently suffering through withdrawal. Man, I feel so bad for poor old Oscar. He literally can't—
I don't. I'll slit his throat.
Can't catch a break out here. At number number 2, we have Elmo's regressive behavior. Basically, this theory surrounds the fact that Elmo is stuck in a state of regression. So, Freudian psychology refers to regression as going back to an earlier stage in life. People think that this is why Elmo is stuck acting and behaving like a child. They believe that Elmo is actually older, yet he is stuck in this child mindset as it's a safe space for him. He is seen whining, using baby talk, and doing childlike activities. To support this theory, Elmo is constantly asking Mr. Noodle to show him how to complete a task, like washing his hands. Elmo should be able to do that independently by now. Then he also always points out his crayons and his fish. Those are his comfort items that help him stay connected to this
Dude, that's like a whole ass, what's it called? What's his name? Fuck, what's that creepy pasta? Jeff the Killer. That's a whole Jeff the Killer smile, bro. You got some black lipstick on you, I see. Or do you have too many blackberries? What's wrong with your eyes? Oh my god. Ugh. 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 Ugh.
Child state. Now, this theory also believes that Elmo is currently seeking treatment for it. In fact, Mr. Noodle is his doctor. Every time he opens the window, he sees Mr. Noodle. And, well, that's because Mr. Noodles is outside of Elmo's room monitoring his behavior. But for now, seems like Elmo is trapped in this state. And in our number 1 spot, we have the fact that Sesame Street is a psychiatric facility.
By the way, bro, it's crazy how I literally have like a fucking shirt that's like red and black for this video. Bro, I'm telling you, everything happens for a fucking reason. Like, I just so happen to have a red and black shirt, and like fucking Elmo is being mentioned in this video like how many times now? Like, I swear, dude, everything happens for a fucking reason, man. I know too much is scary.
Now, this is the most popular theory out there for many reasons. People are convinced that each character in Sesame Street are actually patients of a facility called Sesame Street. So let's break down some of the characters and what they're diagnosed with. Telly the monster is said to have an anxiety disorder. Telly is constantly worrying and can't focus on the task at hand. Then you have Count, who is said to have OCD. This would explain why he is continuously counting. In fact, his OCD is so severe that it prevents him from doing everyday tasks like answering the phone. In one episode, Count refuses to answer the phone because he wanted to count the rings. That shows how strong his impulses are. His OCD even prevents him from having a job. In the episode where Count gets a job as an elevator operator, he refused to stop at any floor but the 10th. That's because he felt the impulse to always count to 10. This is also why we
I count 10, you ready? 1, 2, 900,000.
see him locked away in his castle. He can't function in the outside world. Moving on, people believe that Cookie Monster suffers from an eating disorder. Throughout the show, you can see that Cookie Monster turns to binge eating as one of his coping strategies. And then lastly, you have Oscar the Grouch that suffers from oppositional defiant disorder. Now,
like, it looks like the fucking you know that one episode of SpongeBob where like he made that like moldy patty or whatever that looks just like it.
Argumentative and vindictive behavior and irritability are all considered part of this disorder. That literally perfectly summarizes up Oscar. There are so many other characters that are said to suffer from other disorders to prove this theory. And that's all I have for you for today.
Well guys, as it was the video, I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, which one of those Sesame Street theories was the most spooky to you? If you're scared content, he's no scary videos, the features to do. I'll see you next one. Peace!
Extra large money.